What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Success Switch video. I believe that this video alone can single-handedly change your life. This video, which details the memory versus results graph, illustrates why people give up so easily. However, before this video starts, I want to give a quick shout out to Andrew Kirby's channel. He made a video about this graph and I just wanted to add some main points to this video. His video will be linked down in the description. So, here is the map. As you can see, we have memory on the top left, time across the x-axis, and results on the top right. Let's start by observing the relationship between time and memory. So, we as humans can recall what happens in our day-to-day life pretty easily, as long as it was recent. But if I were to ask you what time you woke up a month ago, it would be a lot harder. Essentially, as time goes by, we tend to forget things. This is nothing groundbreaking, but it's important to understand the backbone of this graph for later. Now, let's look at the relationship between results and time. At the start of all projects we work on, we never reap the benefits right away. One workout session doesn't do much. Even for a month straight of working out, not many benefits are received. But say after a year's worth of working out, that can lead to momentous changes. But of course, it takes time. We reap the benefits of what we sow. In addition, everything in our lives that we are experiencing comes from the choices we made long ago. Ones that we don't even remember. This relationship can prove detrimental or successful in three aspects of our lives. The first is habit building. A great example is meditation. If you meditate today, you won't reap any long-term benefits. And of course, since you meditated today, you remember doing so. However, after a solid year of daily meditation, you will have reaped many benefits such as clarity, focused concentration. Nevertheless, when you start to notice these benefits, it wasn't because of the specific day of meditation when you noticed them. Rather, it was the exponential buildup of the daily habit of meditating. Think of it like planting a seed. When you implement that daily habit of meditating into your life, you don't notice anything at first. But when the seed comes out of the ground and begins growing rapidly, it was because you planted the seed. It all begins from day one. And this graph illustrates the power of habit building. Let's stick with the example of meditating. If you meditate, you inch closer and closer to bringing meditation to a level of automaticity. Automaticity is when you make a habit stick without thinking about it, like buckling your seatbelt or brushing your teeth. So if you meditate today, there's a higher chance you'll do it the next day, and there's a higher chance you'll do it the next day, and so on and so on. But it all starts with the day one, and the only way that this is possible is through the build up of time. However, if you do a negative habit, the same applies. The habit you began 5 years ago can be eating up parts of your life, so it's always important to examine your life and ask how you can do better. Next, we benefit from the skills we garner. After time goes on, and you repetitively act on a habit by doing it, you can get a lot better at doing it. Of course, this skill is going to be used over and over again, resulting in better performances. You are reaping the benefits of skill over time, but the same applies as a detriment. If you work on negative skills, the compounding of those skills can be your downfall. And finally, we are the sum total of small actions consistently repeated over time. Both our skills and habits add up and synergize to either bring us to success or to failure. When habits and skills are added together, nothing can get in your way. If you study for a test, you reap a habit of studying, but you also reap the skill of studying to gain further knowledge. These skills and habits then can lead you into scoring well in school, to get you into a good school and a good job, etc. This is the power of compounding over time. However, the plateau at the beginning of the timeline to any goal is a huge killer of success. Many people believe they are failing, but they're actually doubting themselves because they aren't patient enough to realize that they need to go through this part of the graph to reap the serious results, or when their goal is realized. They need the instant gratification of seeing themselves put in the time and see instant results from the time that they put in. However, this isn't the case. The start of the journey is always the hardest, and the memory part comes into play, where we forget about the small things that lead us up to where we are today. In a positive light, we sometimes forget about all the small things we did, all that hard work, without seeing any signs of success. Yet many think that the overnight successes were lucky because of just one good day. That successful performance was a compound of all those beneficial habits and skills working together and being added to that person. Remember, everything that we did 5 years ago led us up to the point we are today, and the same goes for our future. Everything you do today determines your future. So make sure you are getting better, because if you weren't, you're just getting worse. And that does it for us at Success Switch. Thank you so much. We just want to make sure you remember that all this information is valuable, but you have to internalize it and act upon it.
Say me other thing going to do. Where's a life